welcome back to Dat Moments. Sexy moments in games that we did and didn't expect. And today, we're going to be taking a look at Bayonetta. It's absolutely ripe with sexy moments.
I mean, look at her. She's all legs. She gets naked during battle, and that voice.
Yes, your kind invitation. I do hope you've prepared dessert as well.
Bruh.
Okay. Back on track. There are a lot of moments in Bayonetta. You're tripping over them like crazy. But there is one moment that stands out to most.
See, Bayonetta has these climax finishes. You know, basically when she gets the bad guy and then right at the end before she kills him, you've got to match these buttons and she does some flashy, fancy shit.
One particular enemy you verse is one called Joy. And your finisher attack is a little less brutal and a little more sexual. Using a chain whip, you pull her onto one of those horse grind things. You know the ones, you sick degenerates. And she gets stimulated. Now Japan is famous for bringing these horse-like straddlers to the hentai culture, so seeing this in Bayonetta is just fucking amazing. You're deep into the game and this just slides into the DMs.
At this point, my wife changed the date of our wedding. Not sure why.
And if that didn't get you, then the many times Bayonetta stretches those units she calls legs definitely will. Last time we talked about Guilty Gear, we had a lot of fun with Relish Clover's sexy finishes, but then fans were quick to say, Shades, what about the butt-poking one?
Guys, saying the butt-poking one doesn't really narrow down which fucking moment that is in any game at all. I've got like 17 folders on my computer dedicated to the butt-poking one.
After much research and enlightenment from the monks of Tibet,
The effort I go to for you peeps.
I discovered this combo move of Faust from Guilty Gear the 3rd.
I mean, this guy knows what he's doing. He's a doctor after all. Look at that scalpel.
Though instead of going full hand, he slams his index fingers in the rears of opponents for what are some of the funniest and lewdest reactions.
Imagine going in for your prostate examination and he's all like, alright, bend over, Mr. Shades. Woo! Then again, I'd probably be questioning why my doctor's got a paper bag on his head.
Let's take a look at all the reactions the Guilty Gear cast give when Faust attempts rear entry.
Too bad! Injecting love! Viva me! Close! 3-second kill! Not the best! Wrong! Prepare yourself! My one weakness? Atonement punch! Wrong! Prepare yourself!
Fortissimo!
Atonement punch! Wrong! Prepare yourself!
What am I? Comic relief?
Atonement punch! Next patient, please! Wrong! Prepare yourself!
I can't.
Atonement punch! Next patient, please!
Super Mario RPG, otherwise known as...
Deranged filth!
Yeah, you heard me. There's a dirty little gem in this game. The game that makes its fans cry for Gino to be in Smash.
I can tell you why, right now. It's because of this filth right here. Sakurai would have been like, I'm going to commit a Sudoku over this Easter egg.
Now, this game back in the day was a very bizarre turning point. Square teaming up with Nintendo to take Mario to the RPG world. But it worked, and it was a cult classic, spawning the Paper Mario series and other RPG Mario titles.
But now I know about this, it makes my skin crawl. Okay, it doesn't make my skin crawl. It doesn't really bother me at all, and in fact it turns me on. I mean, you guys have seen me. I'll jerk off to a pineapple if you give me a chance.
So when travelling to Peach's castle, there's a hidden Easter egg in her quarters. A XXX.
Okay. She's packing a big old Bowser dildo in there. This what's gotta be. It's the sound of Bowser.
One of the toads even bribes you to keep your mouth shut. That ain't no panties. I mean, who keeps panties in their fireplace wall?
Well, unless you're gonna frame them.
This Easter egg was one of the first LEWD ones to be hiding in a Nintendo game. And when I emailed Reggie from Nintendo about it, guess what? A few months later, he retires.
I'm telling you, this is a cover-up. Nintendo doesn't want you to know exactly what that is. They'll stop you at any... We're gonna be looking at a classic. The old Puff Puff. What the fuck, guy? What the actual fuck, guy? Are you serious? Why is it every fucking time that I mention something, you have to take it to some sort of fucked up place? Now I've got a fact to SpongeBob. Fuck.
Oh, wow! That is relatable!
Dragon Quest is a classic in the JRPG scene. Leaking over to the West, it's become popular with its growing library of games and spin-offs such as Heroes and Builders. Now the Puff Puff scene. It's a classic. It's like fucking art. That's how old this one dates back. There are these parlors that your characters can go to where a relaxation technique is given.
You get motorboated.
Now, the developers went with a more tongue-in-cheek method using slimes of Dragon Quest to create a sort of, well, it's hard to explain. Just watch this cutscene from Dragon Quest VIII.
Bonjour, handsome. Can I interest you in the, how can I say, poof poof? It feels so good. Ooh. This way, I show you a good time. Oh, oui, just relax. Relax and let it all hang out. Oh, I hope I didn't scare you, but you will have twice the fun with the eyes closed. Oh, brace yourself. Here it comes. Poof, 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 poof. Have you ever felt a pair as warm and soft as mine? Oh, just relax and enjoy. Voila! Le pouf pouf!
It's hard to be mad at this teasing moment because of how funny and silly it is.
And this has been in the games for years. And yes, it's implied titty massage. It took a while for this to leak over in the West. In Dragon Quest I, they changed the game's interaction entirely from motorboating to buying tomatoes. In some of the games it's implied, but turns out you're duped by the hostess's father, giving you quite the rubdown. Or even a group of sheep.
I gotta admit, this is a very clever, tongue-in-cheek way of getting around a sexy moment in gaming. Let's take a look at some of those sexy moments, those puff puff moments. I fucking ran out of breath there.
Understood.
Puff puff.
Amazing.
And today, we're going to be taking a look at the PS2 game, God's Hand. About, well, it's a dude who's got like, godlike hand. It's like they're gauntlets, but you know, I mean, God's hand. God's hand. I don't know what I'm doing. It's almost midnight. I'm really tired.
I've never played God Hand myself, but it's considered a classic in the gaming world, so it made it onto the list of games I need to take a closer look.
I feel there's a few sexy Dat moments from this game that we could just milk out the seams.
But we need to step back and not to get too overwhelmed, because one part of the gameplay we have to talk about is this, the spanking mechanic.
I'm not sure if it's really that attractive hearing the same dot wave sound over and over again and she's getting spanked, but you know, I don't really think the game was really taking itself seriously.
This was a moment I was recommended a while ago, and it just seems like easy pickings. How this wasn't shoved further into my face is beyond me.
I mean, look, there's a lot of stuff that's been shoved into my face. My cracks, my mouth. Any holes are gone, man. Don't look at me like that. Future wife, getting married in a week.
That final spank too, Jesus Christ, she makes it seem like a flight from Australia to America is just a spank away.
Let's take a look at these loud and repetitive sexy moments. Youch! Today, we're going to be diving into the Darkstalker series because, man, this game series is ripe with sexiness.
I mean, when you got Jugs going this way and Red Riding Hood going that way, it's hard not to talk about this series. But I'm only one man.
And there's only so much juice your boy's got in the tank. After I fat for like 3 hours, I gotta go into fucking hibernation for like 2 weeks.
Dimitri is one of the characters of the Darkstalker series with a special move that needs to be talked about. The Midnight Bliss.
The ability to turn anyone he's fighting into women and then sucking the soul out of them. It's fucking Casanova right there.
And it's all over the spectrum, from mermaids, sleepover girls, and whatever this is. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the series except for the LEWD scenes, but you peeps have put this one on my radar a number of times, so it's time we take a look.
Just a quick pref, Queen Bee, she's my personal favourite. So let's take a look at some of these transformations. Why you can't just transform them into just an average chick and court her and go out and get married and settle down with a couple of kids? It's a question for another video.
A fun side-scroller smash-and-eat style game. I used to play the Game Boy Color version all the time. Was addicted to the gameplay for how simple it was. The series spawned a few entries, and it's hard for people not to know this brand.
Now this is one particular character we're going to take a look at. Dr.Elizibeth Veronica, our mission briefer.
The arcade version, she was seen in the lab taking down all the notes she could on a whiteboard, and with a lab coat that showed some secret Titan monsters of the city.
She has multiple poses too, so you can take a look at that landscape.
And she even gets a spacesuit. Though I'm not sure it's airtight, but who cares, because at the end of the game, the monsters get to traverse her body as they shrink down. Though if you've played the home console version, it was censored with no tit diving at all.
Oh come on, I gotta go to the arcade to see some of this magic? I'm banned from there.
The Game Boy version back in the day was rockin' for me. Though, okay, looking at it now, it's not much.
You work with what you got back in those days. Fucking boomer alert.
After these games, however, we forgot the Doctor in favour of moving away on the sexy girls versus giant monsters trope, and we'll continue until we got tits back in the game for the 2018 reboot starring The Rock. I mean, look at those pecs! And that's the closest we'll get. But hey, concepts like Demolition Girl could take the Rampage game story and tip it on its head. The Professor growing big and becoming a kaiju.
Developers, have at it.
When Madworld came out, we were treated with a very awesome looking game by Platinum Games. It was stylized with a more Sin City look, making it stand out from the rest at the time of its launch on the Wii. I never played it myself, but it's on my hit list for sure. I mean, it's Platinum Games, a company that so far doesn't hold back when it comes to unique games that stand out from the crowd.
Now let's just skip over the blah 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 and get to the sanctuary where we meet Elise.
This vampire chick is a showstopper, and it's in black and white. They really showcase her assets with a limited palette. Fighting this bouncy chest boss has several moments within itself that just ooze sexiness.
Ah, falling for the old demon titty strategy. Common mistake.
But it all comes down to the finale, a quite interesting spanking scene much like our recently released video on God Hand. A spanking that could take the cake in a top 5.
Look, why even talk about it when I could just show you? I mean, I do like to listen to my own voice.
You know, I like a gal who sucks as much as the next guy, but this blood-hungry bitch can give a hickey that'll put you in the morgue. Yeah, I fought her in the Eastern Bloc Games and lost a match. 4 pints of plasma and was declared legally dead for a week.
Awesome rack on her, though.
Oh, true that. While you're blinded by her headlights, she'll sick a swarm of bastard bats on you to mess up your shit. Plus, the fuckers have fleas.
Awesome rack on her, though.
True that.
Shake her, Jack. Shake her like a British nanny. That's what you have to do to those clingy bitches. Shake them the fuck off your back.
You know what? You need some sensitivity training.
Strip them and clip them. That's how you beat a bitch.
You talking about death watch or your dating technique?
Same difference.
Nice move, Jack.
Yeah, I've never seen a guy get a chick's clothes off so fast.
And Jack wins.
I think after getting that peek at Elise, we all win. Swarm. And she's out the window with her wings clipped. Bravo, Jack. Did you see that? That was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Jack did a good job.
I might actually have to make a top 5 spanking moments in gaming. There's a lot here.
It was a weird time for us gamers. We were thrust into full motion games with Dragon's Lair and Night Trap. They weren't so much games as a choose your own adventure. The moment I wanted to talk about is from a game called Brain Dead 13 for Laserdisc. You play as Lance, who has to visit a castle on his call out to fix a computer.
This guy's got some dedication to his trade.
But once he realizes what he's in for, he must escape the castle with the guidance of you, the player. Now, one character in the game is Vivi, a vampire vixen, who runs a funeral salon. Killing people during haircuts and sucking their blood is a 2 birds 1 stone kind of deal.
Again, Dedication to their trade.
With a sudden accent and a rack of tools, she's ready to cut. Forgive the quality, by the way. This game is slightly ancient.
Unless I'm gonna go on eBay and buy some of this fucking equipment, we're not gonna see it in high quality. Basically, what we're doing right now is going through your dad's porno VHS collection. So deal with it.
Take a look at this sexy scene inside Vivi's salon. It's really quite something in the same tone and sexiness of Dragon's Lair. Even the subtle boob flick and curves just screams a raunchy moment.
Lady, I really don't need a...
I know exactly what you need. Well, at any rate, I'm already a little behind. Hey, what say we go out later for a bite? You look like my type. Well, right now, what'll it be? Shave or a manicure? I may be a bit rusty. This don't look very sharp. I'll be right back.
Oh, good God, that ending! It's almost as bad as when fucking Gruntilda gets all fucking... And today, we're going to be taking a look at motivation. Motivation in a certain particular sexy game. Good save.
The Dangarompa series has always been on my radar. A bunch of students forced into a killing game. Japanese-style elements and very, very sexy moments.
There are actually quite a few games in the series, but tonight we're going to be taking a look at Ultimate Despair Girls.
A third-person shooter dungeon crawler. It looks honestly quite unique as we get schoolgirls running around shooting baddies with megaphones.
Them Kumas? It's a fucking spirit animal, man. Fucking chubby as hell and fucking sleazy ass grin on their face.
A certain part of this game really got my attention though. The motivation machine that Komaru controls.
What is this crazy Japanese shit?
So, this machine grabs you and gives you the tickles, though you must shoot them away, if you want.
Now then, let's begin with the motivation!
I love how Japan has a side fetish of grabby machines. that grab girls. I love that that is an actual fetish. Let's take a look at some more of these motivational scenes.
What is this? Come on, come on, come on! Let me hear that adorable voice! Time to begin the motivation! Please, no! No! You like this? Huh? You like it, don't ya? Come on, come on! No more! I don't hate it. I don't hate it after all. Motivation complete! Access beyond this point is prohibited. So, game over!
Armor break. Armor break. Armor break. Armor break. Armor break!
Games with armor break are the lowest form of sex appeal, and I love it. Simple and effective. Many games do it nowadays, as it's an easy way to pull them eyes towards the screen.
Though to be honest with you, if my armor broke, I'd probably lose subscribers. Or would I?
Fire Emblem over the years seem to have got more sexier with each game. Slowly Nintendo has been loosening its grip on censorship with sexiness.
I love it, Nintendo. Keep doing it. Big PP energy.
Fire Emblem games have a lot of big, sexy moments. Camellia, for one, is a great example of drain my fucking junk.
This hallway scene alone, Jesus fucking Christ. If that was the way I fucking fell and got my scar, fucking brilliant. I'd be so fucking happy.
Today, Fire Emblem Heroes has some very, very interesting armor break victory scenes. Now, not all of them are full out crazy sexiness, but for the most part they showcase the curves and flow of each character, much like Samus in her standard getup with the shorts and top.
Let's take a look at some of these armor ungrades. Get it?
All right, we'll lead this army to victory! Sorry, darling. My eyes are up here. I guess that's the last of them. At least till the next time.
Oh no. Did I really get it dirty already?
Looks like someone just hit the jackpot. Drop it, you greedy little... Finders keep...
Oh, no, you don't! Come back here!
Nope, not going that way. I had a feeling we'd pull it off.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning. And tonight, we're going to be taking a look at two thoughts that have been plaguing my comment section for a very long time. Pyra and Mythra.
Xenoblade Chronicles came out and we were like, oh, wow, yeah, that's pretty rad. But then number 2 dropped and we're all like, oh, shit! A slight injection of sexiness, in my opinion, has changed the feeling of the game. Though I've never played the games myself, but I see such a big set of changes.
Now, I can't speak for the fans of these games. I've never played them myself, but I do sit here hours on end researching clips while masturbating. So I feel I have some sort of qualification.
There is a lot of moments in these games. Pyra and Mythra really are the driving force of that sex appeal. That and the blade forms. This game has it all, from sweet anime moments, comedic moments, and even a hot spring scene.
Now let's take a look at some of these sexy, sexy scenes. Now, again, I'm not versed in the series, but these are some of my top picks.
You! How did you... What are you doing in my bed?
Wait!
Ah! Get out! Interloper! Monster!
Wait a minute, would you? Now!
Yep. And how do we know that we're going to be safe?
I'm sorry about Mythra. She gets very confused when she's just woken up.
See.
It didn't get violent, did it?
No, I didn't do anything weird. Not a thing.
Right, and you see there's another bloke there, right, with his Hampton in his hand, and he's preparing to shove his cock right up your arse.
No, it was more Mythra I was worrying about.
Oh, right. I guess she did throw a thing or two.
Right, you get him out of it. Go on, fuck off.
Oh, no. So that was where that came from. I'm sorry. Did it hurt a lot?
No, not at all. Really, I'm fine.
Is there a
problem?
I guess not. But... Nice bod you've got there.
Thanks. When I told her there was a hot spring here, Mythra was dead set on trying it out. So, here I am.
A new sword! Pyra! Mythra!
Apologies, Rex. Worry not. All is well. I am lost no longer.
And today, I want to talk about a video game series that I hold very close to my heart, and how Japan sexed it the fuck up.
The series Alex Kidd.
No, I don't mean the kid, you sick fucks!
An amazing series of side-scrollers and even a spin-off BMX game. Alex Kidd was the first mascot of the Sega Master System before Sonic took the spotlight moments later. With Alex, it was about punching, jumping, and rock, paper, scissors. These games are tough, but hold a special place in my heart.
And they're even remaking Miracle World.
Yep, a full remaster from fans was just picked up by Sega. So now, new generations can meet the kid himself.
But only recently somebody told me about the fan service in the Japanese version of Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle.
Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle was Alex's trip to the Mega Drive. It wasn't my cup of tea, but it still had the elements that held the franchise, one of them being the rock, paper, scissors challenges.
But did you know that shit was censored?
Fuck me, I couldn't believe it. From what was meant to be a harmless little game turned into this?
My childhood hid a Dat moment, and I didn't even know it. I'm a fucking poet.
A slight jab at sex appeal was all it took for the censor board to change it. Though if you got a Japanese copy, you yourself can see it in all its pixelated glory.
And to think that Japan would not only make rock, paper, scissors sexy in Alex Kidd, but later on do it in Yakuza as well. I really just want to talk about furry shit. Because, yeah, not only is it sexy, but what makes it even better is the fact that the Sonic fandom is extremely horny. Which brings me to today's topic.
Sonic games as they've evolved have added more gameplay, more characters, and sex appeal. You can tell they know exactly what they're doing.
Japan might not be as big into the furry scene as the rest of the world, but they know what we like.
One of the biggest pair of gazongas to hit the Sonic franchise was Rouge, when she entered Sonic Adventure 2. I mean, holy shit.
Have you seen the mobile game Sonic Forces? Look at the power-up for Rouge and tell me they didn't know what they were fucking doing. Ah, fuck off, conscience. She's the only one that's using it. You having a laugh, ain't ya? But the most recent sexy moment for Rouge has been in the recent Olympics game. Check this shit out.
You leave this to me.
Excuse me, play that shit back, please. I have never been this interested in the Olympics before. Bravo, Sega!
It's a subtle scene. It's not much, but it's something. Sega did it for us. They could have patched it, but it's there, in all its Jiggle glory.
I actually wasn't expecting that I would be talking about a snowboarding game in the same category as sexiness.
The SSX series is a bunch of snowboarding games by EA.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
They were big, as no one really came close to the experience of true downhill snowboarding quite like this series.
Unlike the game Snowboard Kids. Shady snowboarding bunnies, eh?
With games like these, there were loads of characters to choose from. Outfits, boards, and mountains to mount.
Which brings me to today's topic. Whatever happened to character intro videos?
When you select a character, it used to play a video in most games. A 30-second clip to get to know the person you're playing as. In ToeJam and Earl 3, it does this quite well.
The name's Letitia and I'm in the house now, breaking it down the best I know how. You know I'm new, but I know this much. Yo, something was missing here, the female touch. Gotta get busy, gotta do it good. Y'all step back, cause Letitia is in the hood.
Look, I know she's an alien, but who wouldn't fuck an alien? You fuck it. Good.
Back to SSX. The game we're looking at is the Tricky game, and the character intro? Marisol.
Sounds like a brand of pain relief. Come back, love! I ain't done! Oh. Yeah, I'm done.
It's a tiny moment, a fleeting one hidden in the snow-buried hills of the SSX series, but man is it a good one. Made me want to get the Rumble controller out.
And shove it down my pants. And today is going to be a magical I don't know why, is this spooky? A magical episode. We're going to be looking at The Apprentice.
You're fired.
No, not this year, not now. We don't need that.
The Apprentice is a side-scrolling Philips CDI game. If you don't know what a Philips CDI is, well don't worry, as it was a failure of a console, so nobody fucking really knows about it.
Much like the Panasonic waffle iron, this shit didn't catch on.
The game on its surface is a cute little platformer about a wizard, but underneath is titties.
Yeah, sometimes it's the last place you look.
Doing a few cheat codes on this little game can unlock many things, including a Space Invaders clone, and even some bizarre fatalities. But the real bizarre thing is the nudalities.
No, go back to the severed monkey head! That shit's fucked, bro!
Yeah, so check it. With the power of magic, we are able to see some sexy as fuck pixel bodies. These are smooth. Too bad most people didn't see them. The Panasonic CDI might have hung out a little longer, knowing that this kind of quality could have been on the console in terms of LEWD content. Check out this ass on this fucking cloud. Make setting up this shithole of a console actually fucking worth it.
And then it goes straight back on the fucking shelf. Why? Because I wouldn't want to play this fucking piece of shit ever again.
Another flawless victory for Dat Moments in gaming.
One of my fans actually sent me this one, Catfish. He told me that this was a Nintendo game that had a LEWD moment. Now, Nintendo games are known for, well, some LEWD moments, but not too many. This one, however, is a little bit more obscure.
Pokemon Stadium.
Stop the fucking presses!
Just watch this footage and tell me you don't see what I see.
Yeah, Nidoqueen grabs her fucking tits and readjusts them.
I couldn't believe this when I saw it either, but you try to tell me what this is, because that's clearly a tit adjustment after a long day of being in a fucking Pokeball. And this is in the Japanese version. Nowhere in the West did we get this. It was too early for us to start wanting to fuck Pokemon, apparently. I'm in awe. The more LEWD moments I cover, the more obscure they get.
I'm doing the Lord's work.
Oh, and Flareon shakes its ass quite sexually.
That's not a tail wag.
Pokemon Stadium, welcome to the Dat Moment Hall of Fame. At long last, we get a sequel to the original trilogy of Crash Bandicoot games. A set of games that went down in PS1 history.
We never talk about the rest of the games. Well, I mean, we could talk about Bash and we could talk about CTR, but if you come into my house saying Wrath of Cortex is actually good, oh fucking shit!
Crash 4 gave us classic gameplay with new twists, multiple characters to play, challenging gameplay,
and some mega loots.
Yeah, Tawna from another dimension is here.
The thick dimension.
Tawna has a sort of Wastelander vibe and hips for fucking days. You know Toys for Bob knew what they were doing when they were designing her. Look at her on that damn Mars. She's built like a fucking battleship. Her punk look, torn jeans, and sexy as fuck strong personality is what made me realize that this is my Crash game. Let's take a look at some of these sexy moments with Tawna.
What's the matter, hero? Couldn't solo this one?
Let her go!
The last time I killed her friends, her screams were exquisite.
Huh?
Delicious.
No!
Let's make this fun. Give them a sporting chance.
Ooh. Let's see what you Mongols can do as a pack.
We did it!
Yeah, we did.
Give him hell!
Oh god, I wish I was a Wumpa Crate. I just wanted to crush the juice out of me. Have you had any sexy moments in gaming? Leave them in the comment box below. I'm Shades. Good night.
Oh, that's hot!